Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anna Morfides. I am a life coach and a wellness counselor, and I help people live out their dream lives and let go of any limitations, unhelpful core beliefs, and or any other limiting self-talk that prevents them from living their optimal life. Today's video is going to be on how to survive a breakup, and this is based on a telephone conversation that I had earlier today to help someone, or support someone, I should say, that is going through this process. And I have to say that breakups, whether it is a relationship that you're losing, or maybe a job that you're losing, or a friend that you're losing, and I want to use the word losing loosely because instead of using the word losing, I'd like to use the word making room for, because essentially that is what is taking place. I feel like losing has a negative connotation to it, but when we say something like making room for something different, something, dare I even say, better, because I don't want to minimize that experience, whether it is a friend or a person or a job, that it wasn't good. Maybe it was serving your purpose in that specific moment in time, but there is something that is suited better for where you want to be in your life, not just now, but in the future. Maybe it's a better experience for you because it's something that you're yearning to experience. Therefore, it's going to enhance your life in ways that you have been imagining that you want your life to be enhanced. And this is why this breakup is happening for you in the first place. So a lot of the times when we are not strong enough or brave enough or secure enough, or even if we come from an anxious attachment style, we tend to hold on to things, whether it's people, situations, friendships, or jobs, that we think are the best thing for us, but we don't have the strength to let it go, even though we know that we are sort of struggling in it a little bit. We know that not all of our needs are met within the situation, but then we're willing to settle for this, and we think that we cannot live without this person, or what's life going to be like without this person. Then of course fear comes in of the unknown, and that all makes so much sense to me. But when we're fighting to hold on to something, it's okay to make requests in your relationship, express what your needs are if they're able to meet them. It's okay to speak about your boundaries. It's okay to talk about your triggers. It's okay to understand each other's triggers. Like, this is working healthfully in a relationship. But if you're trying to convince someone to stay with you, or you are expressing what it is that you need and it's still not being met, or if you're in a job that you're trying to convince yourself that you're happy to go to every day, or you rationalize your unhappiness overall in the job, but maybe the amount of money that you're making or other conveniences that it's providing in your life, then you're going against the flow of what is meant for your highest good. So the only way that you can allow for something else to come in is for that to be let go, is for that person, experience, and or job to be released. And once you create that space, then the universe will reward you with, or I should say God, the creator, will reward you with something that is of equalness to where you want to see yourself be and feel in a relationship and or a job. So essentially, having faith is the best way to survive a breakup, and then knowing that you're making room for something different, for something that you're yearning for. So your work in the meantime, if you're being broken up with or you're being let go from a job, is to look inside yourself and see, why am I still wanting to hold on to this person? Because that's where the juice is. If you're holding on to someone because you are scared you're not going to find somebody else, or you start to feel like, what's wrong with me? Like they trigger those unworthy feelings from within you, that maybe you grew up in a household like myself, where my primary caregiver was constantly critical of me. So I never received that love that I needed as a child. So when I would meet someone as an adult and then they would leave me, I would kick into that little child, and fear would come in, anxiousness would come in, my attachment style would come in, and my sense of unworthiness would also come in as well. And it would sound something like, why are they leaving me again? Why are they doing this? Why am I not good enough to hold on to for someone? Why are they treating me like that? What's wrong with me? As opposed to looking at it in a way, oh, okay, my anxious attachment style is coming in. I'm scared to be, actually for me, I wasn't scared to be alone. It was more of like, another person is yet going to leave me, because am I still not good enough? Am I still that unlovable person? Am I really that unlovable? Is it really true that no one wants to be with me? Is it really true that no one can make me feel the things that I've wanted to feel for so long? So those are the type of things that I would get into my head. But in this particular case, the person that I was speaking with this morning, they felt more of fear of being alone. And then what I always say and think, and even want for my daughter, I would want her, if she's given her everything in a relationship, and that was not, if she has given everything in her relationship where it was conscious, looking at her triggers, delegating her boundaries, delegating her needs, using nonviolent communication to express herself, and still her needs were not being met, and then this person wanted to exit her life, then I would be relieved and I would feel hopeful for her, because she's laying down what she wants to experience with her words. And if this person is not able to meet her, I know that the creator is going to help her co-create that experience with somebody else. So I know that something more suited for her is going to come in that will reflect those qualities, whether it is that person that will now have time and or space to do their inner work if they choose to, and they will rise to meet her, or it will be somebody else. Either way, she's going to be the winner. And whoever's going to come into her life is also going to win too. And then the person that is now being let go to go on a different path is also winning as well. So at the end of the day, everyone is winning. So in my experience and opinion, I believe that this is the best way to get through a breakup. And I understand that there's going to be feelings of sadness. You're gonna grieve the loss of that relationship, and that's totally okay. Cherish the good times that you had together. Send them love and light, but don't go into that spiral of, I'm never gonna find anyone like that again. Where am I gonna find this again? I'm gonna be so lonely. No, you're not going to be lonely. You're gonna be just fine, because the only person that you really need is yourself. And would you not rather say for your daughter to be alone, not lonely, alone, and with herself, to be solid to her, rather than be with someone who at the end of the day is still not making her feel safe and secure? I believe that the answer would be alone and not with those challenges, as opposed to being with someone but not being completely whole and complete, because what's the point in that? I thank you so much for watching my video. If you are going through a breakup, remember that it is happening for you. There is a greater purpose and a greater reason why this is happening. If you're going through the stages of the grief, allow yourself to feel the loss of the relationship. Give love to all that you experience together. Do not call the person names or what a coward, I completely do this to me. Because at the end of the day, everything is happening for you. It's always happening for you. And just have the faith and the knowing and be excited about what is going to come in next into your life, and give yourself the freedom to experience what is meant to be yours, because what is meant to be yours will always find you. And don't you ever forget that. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. If you have any questions, please reach out to me via email, DM me on my Instagram. I'm also going to create a link to where you can book a direct appointment with me if you are interested in one-on-one sessions. And with that, I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you next time.